Members, it pains me to have to speak on this bill. I do not do this lightly. I know that our body and the state of Texas considers the state of Israel a close friend and a close ally. But even with the changes in this legislation, the originating statute is still unconstitutional. And this is why. The original bill required an oath under consideration of the rules issued by the Supreme Court. Forcing someone to take an oath is the same thing as telling someone they cannot speak. Either forced speech or the silence of speech is considered the same violation. And a person or a company that follows this and obeys this would essentially swear away their right to apply the First Amendment in their own lives and their own actions. And I know Representative King has made a valiant effort to narrow this to just companies and to large companies at that. However, given the United States Supreme Court ruling in the Hobby Lobby decision and in the Citizens United decision, the United States Constitution does not make a distinction between individuals and large corporations. They both have a right to speak, and they have the same protections of speech. This bill, while it narrows the scope of the original legislation, still applies the same rules, but just to a smaller group of protected individuals. I think this body has an unfortunate history of supporting rights that our supporters like and opposing rights that our supporters don't like. But I think all of us here, we should support all persons who wish to utilize the First Amendment. We should support all persons who wish to fall under the protections of the First Amendment to have freedom of religion. I think we should support all persons who seek the protections of the Second Amendment. We should support anyone who is using our Bill of Rights and our Constitution to protect themselves and to do what America intended for them to do, whether we agree with it or not.
Representative Stickland, for what purpose?
Does the gentleman yield for a question?
Not at this time.
Not at this time.
Most importantly, there is a right way and a wrong way to do this. And I am asking this body, I'm asking those of us who agree with me to ask you to PNV to press a white light on this bill. Not because we don't support Israel, but because we support the Constitution of the United States. This body could have easily passed legislation that said, we support Israel and we will do so by giving preference to companies from Israel in contracting. We could have easily said, we will give preference to companies who buy parts from Israel. But we did not do that. Instead, we told other people, do not speak. And that is unconstitutional.